Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Just wanted to give a quick update on where things are here at Building and Scale. I haven't uploaded a video in a couple weeks, so I've been working on a lot of stuff. I'm going to try to keep this quick. Really spent most of June and July focusing on finishing up the Revell Peterbilt record, which I was able to finish up about 2 weeks ago finally, and I just released a video on that fourth and final build showing the completed record end of last month. I think it might be episode 34. And so what have I been doing in the meantime? I've been trying to get back into the trains, and lo and behold, I had a lot of HO scale rolling stock and locomotives end up in my lap. Just kind of inherited it, let's say, as we're cleaning out somebody's deceased relative's house. Found some things up in the attic. So what did I find? So we got this Burlington Northern locomotive. I think this is a GP9 or a GP7. Really good condition. So I'm in the process of weathering it. I've already given it a light white fade, and now I'm going through and doing some panel lining, highlighting in the radiator grills and stuff. So working on that. Here's the rest of it, the trucks and the rest of the body. This all needs to be cleaned up and weathered, and I got to see if it runs. So I'll show how I'm going to do that in a moment. I also, up in the attic, got this Chesapeake and Ohio covered hopper. Again, this is HO scale. Again, pretty decent car. Working on weathering this. I've taken the trucks off so I can do that. They are right here. I'm assuming this locomotive and these cars, this rolling stock, is probably between 45 and 50 years old based on the information I was able to get. Here's another one. Here's an open hopper again, coal hopper. Virginian Railroad. Had to look this up. Had never heard of this old Class 2 railroad that's long gone. I think it got absorbed into Norfolk Southern many years ago. Here is just the unweathered side. Here's the side I've been practicing some weathering on. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this car. I'm going to keep working on the weathering and see where that goes. And then I got up there in the attic this Reading boxcar that I've been weathering. So again, another railroad long gone, absorbed into Conrail and then eventually CSX. But a decent car. I've just pulled off the box top and working on weathering it. I've already done some fading on the logo there, and by using some really high grit sandpaper, 2400, 3000, and 3200. Got some of that Reading logo to fade, and then I gave it a light white, thinned white fade as well. And then I've come in and I'm starting to do some rusting just on this quarter of the car. I'm going to work around the whole thing eventually. And then here's the trucks and the rest of the body, which will also be weathered. So, this car, when I finish it, and this Chesapeake in Ohio probably go on sale. I'm going to start selling some of these probably on Facebook. If you go to my Facebook page, which is also Building and Scale, in the fall sometime. I'm thinking maybe these three guys, unless I get attached to them and I don't want to sell them, but otherwise I will post that on Facebook for sale. Then here's a car. This one's really unique. This is the old Berwyn Coal Company in Pennsylvania. Found this up in the attic. This is an open coal hopper, Berwyn Coal. I think they're still around. I don't think there's so much in the coal industry anymore. This is a 100,000 pound capacity hopper. Really nice car. Working on weathering this guy. Coming out really nice. I'm debating if I want to sell this one eventually. This I'll kind of have a little bit of attachment to. Berwyn Coal Company. You spell it backwards, you get Winburn. That's the town of Winburn, Pennsylvania, which is kind of in southwestern PA near Johnstown, Pennsylvania, is named after the Berwyn Coal Company. And that's where the town that we got all this HO stuff ended up in my lap from. So this one's coming out really well. I've been working on this one. I really like it. I'm kind of attached to this car. I don't think this is one I would sell. I'll post another video and I'll have photos on my Facebook page on all of these guys as I get them weathered and put back together and basically complete. a really nice find. And here's another thing that was up in the attic. Here's a more modern locomotive, diesel locomotive. Again, the Virginian Railroad. Had to look it up. Didn't know much about that railroad. That's now long defunct. This car, these are both the Burlington Northern and this Virginian are both produced by Associated Hobby Manufacturer. Here's the original box. They're no longer around as far as I can tell. Not sure what I'm going to do with this guy. I'm not sure yet, so he's going to go aside. In the N scale, what I've been working on, but working on my layout. I've been working on the centerpiece, which is this this brick church. This is the centerpiece, the layout. I'll show another video on this and have photos on my Facebook page eventually in the next few weeks. This is the Walthers kit for N scale, and I wanted to show you guys this church is turning out really nice. I really like how the paint turned out. I did a little research trying to find a good brick color, and I think I absolutely knocked it out of the park. I had my Vallejo color guide, and I took a shot at this Rose Antiguo. It's 70.944, and I think it's a dead-on match. In fact, I don't even want to do another coat because it's a gray primer below that I put on, and then I sprayed it with the airbrush using this over top of the gray primer. And in some places it's so thin, but it looks weathered. You can just kind of see some of the gray behind the pink brick color. That I love it. It just looks really, really nice. So if you guys want a good brick color, I strongly recommend this from Vallejo. And though this is not the Model Air, it's just their model color. If you thin it with their airbrush thinner, it sprays great. It really shoots great. So just got to get the roof and windows and all that put in, but I'm really happy with how the structure came together. So that's that. So what else have I got going on? I've got another big rig coming I'm working on, or I'm not working on it yet. I'm not sure. I'm probably going to start this in the fall. Now that I've finished the wrecker, I want to move on to this. This is an AMT kit, white Freightliner, 1970s vintage. You can do the day cab, which is the consolidated freight. A lot of you guys should recognize that. Those are big rigs from mostly the 60s and the 70s into the 80s. Consolidated Freight went out of business in 2002, but it's very recognizable. Those are just day cabs. So with this kit, you can build either that, or you can build the sleeper cab. This sleeper cab kind of has a little bit of a BJ McKay look. I really like the graphics. I'm not sure which one I'm going to build yet. I'm really excited to get going on this probably in September. October at the latest. So that's next for the plastic model build. And then because I finally finished this guy, he's up on the shelf now, and he turned out great. So that's the Revell Peterbilt wrecker. And then here's all I built this shelf. This is where all of my HO stuff that I'm inheriting and decided to finally do something with. I got some cork roadbed. I have track. I inherited track. I've got plenty of track. I just want to get this set up and just see if those locomotives even work. I went to Milepost Hobbies in Perth, New York yesterday, and I picked up this Bachmann controller for 15 bucks. Just what I needed, just to set up this very simple shelf layout, just right now starting with a single run of track, just to see if the locomotives work. And then from there, I think I am going to expand and build a nice shelf layout using just this footprint. This is about 5 feet long by 12 inches deep. Here's another car that I got out of the attic that I inherited. This is a Burlington, just a gondola car, but it's in really good shape. It's a nice car. Probably will do some weathering on this. And here's a Southern Railroad, like a lumber car, Viking ship kind of car. It's in pretty good shape as well. Not sure what I'm going to do with it, though. So that's what's going on. Please go to my Facebook page. Again, that's Building in Scale. You should be able to look it up and find it. Everything I post on that Facebook page is public, so you don't even have to friend me to see all the works in progress and the photos I post. So that's what's been going on here. A lot going on. I'm kind of jumping all around, but that's what I've been doing lately. Hope you guys enjoy that. Be on the lookout for more videos over the next few weeks and next month, as well as photos on the Facebook page. All right, talk with you later. Bye-bye.